happening, gang? Back live in the studios, Truth Radio. No fridge magnets, no Bluetooth headsets, no BS. Just dropping the truth about the local neighborhoods that we call home through the eyes of the folks that work in them, live in them, and also through local experts that we have that can maybe speak at a little bit higher level than the rest of us about what it might be to live in them yourself, right? So I want to introduce our esteemed young colleague, Mr. Greg Kuchan, also of the Greenhouse Group. Greg, I know you have a line of fans that are streaming outside the office right now chanting your name. I don't want to say what's on those signs because it's not air appropriate, but for the folks that don't know you, how would you pretend to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, like you said, my name is Greg Kuchan. I work with the Greenhouse Group located in Mission Valley. And, I came to the group actually through Brian Borstein and knowing Jesse.
Yeah.
And, just that passion,
gym rat.
Just that passion of helping people, whether it's, achieving goals in your New Year's resolution, or if it's, achieving a lifetime goal of getting into your first home.
Yeah, I like that.
I really enjoy the idea that I get to help people achieve something, whether, it's fitness, real estate, just sit down and talk to you. Like, I'm here to help people out. And that's why I gravitated towards the Greenhouse Group. And I also live in PB.
Yeah, there you go.
So that helps a lot. I'm a few blocks down from Brian.
Matter of fact, get a point for that.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not a client spotlight, but
yeah.
But I really enjoy the PB lifestyle as well. I'm a big surfer, so like the beach is where I need to be. I'm addicted to the ocean. And so I did a little research on PB.
Yeah, so your contribution, just to set this up if I could, I asked Greg to come in because there's few people that know an area better than the people that live in there, right, Brian? Right? Yep. The whole point of the client spotlight. So you actually add an additional level of context to this conversation, though, because you actually help folks move into or out of these areas that you also call home. So I asked you to do a little research. So your contribution to the conversation was, hey, what if I'm a buyer who wants to own or live at the beach, or maybe I'm a seller and I kind of want to get my toe in the water of what exactly is going on in my local neighborhood to see if maybe now's the time to either trade in or move on or whatever the case may be, right? So you got some numbers for us.
Okay. Well, let's start with sellers. It's still a really good market for sellers. The inventory has been going up in PB for detached homes and for condos as well.
And that's been the challenge, right? I mean, over the last, couple years, we've been horribly starved with inventory. And then the places that everybody wants to be in the most, which is like the beach, it seems to be the most starved. Would you not agree?
Yeah. It is limited. There's not nearly as many homes in the 92109 area as, if you go inland. Yeah. But, it's good to see that the market is increasing. New listings has gone up in detached homes by 19% in 92109. Wow. Yeah.
Now, do you think that's seasonal? Just because it's like, I don't know, San Diego doesn't really have an off season because we don't deal with snow and stuff. But do you think that's just like holiday?
So that was actually specific to the last data that we compiled, which was in November. If you look through the whole year to date for 2014 to 2015, it was up by 2%.
Okay, but still on the rise, though.
Still on the rise.
Fair enough.
If you're looking in the micro markets of the month to month, it's a pretty big jump.
So, and just to sprinkle consciousness on top of that, if you are a seller, the added inventory is going to create more transactions. Ideally, right? It's not exactly equivocal to closed sales or units yet, but the idea is that more frequency could also mean elevated prices as long as the prices are going in the right direction.
And that's actually what we're seeing as well. Again, for the November, it went up quite a bit. It was a hot month. It went up by 39% in November from 2014 to 2015. But overall, through the year to date, we're actually almost at 10% increase, so a 9.3% increase from 2014 to 2015.
And those are great numbers. And if you're listening to that, you're going, what in the insert expletive that I just hear? The reason why that's the case is because there's so few transactions at the beach that it was probably just like one gangbuster one happened versus another one that wasn't so gangbuster. So more down to earth, we're probably seeing more moderate gains. But again, I guess the thing to take away or to glean is that we're moving in the right direction.
Moving in the right direction, yeah. So, I mean, if you are a seller, it is looking good that, you are going to get top dollar if you're working with the right people to get you out of the house, to get you, relocated into some, a bigger, smaller house, whatever that you need to do.
And by the way, right sizing, I think, is the right sizing. I love that thought. And if that is you, I know we're going to switch to buyers here in a second because I know you got some good data for us, but we actually offer up a home sellers class And a lot of sellers don't think of classes the way they do if you're a buyer. Buyers, we always have our home buyer classes stacked, and the sellers are more like, do I really need a class? Well, there's about 5 things that you're going to have to know if you're thinking about selling in the next 12 to 18 months. The game has changed, and it's continuing to change, and that's exactly. So the class is not a how-to, it's more of a what not to do. And the folks that you might see are our graduates of the class. They love that context. So you want to learn more about that home seller class, I'll drop that URL. It's thegreenhousegroupinc.com/HSC. Good. So what about the buyers?
So for the buyers, like we said, the inventory is going up, so that helps them out as well. Is that they have a few more houses to look
Options.
at. Yeah, options are always good.
Yep.
And I picked out a couple of hot picks.
Yeah.
So my hot picks, 2 houses that I found. There's a really good entry level, beach style entry level.
Right. Yeah. Hold on to your seat.
Yeah. The house needs a little bit of love, but it's in Crown Point.
Ooh.
So Crown Point's a really desirable location.
Very desirable.
I mean, you're a block away from the bay, walking trails, all kinds of really good stuff. It's actually really close to some coffee shops as well. It's right on Ingram Street. So again, like we said, it's entry level, so it's a little bit busier of a street, but it helps you get in and out of the area a little bit easier. 4-bedroom, 2-bath. We're looking at only $373 per square foot.
4-bedroom.
4-bedroom,
Wow.
2-bath, almost 2,000 square foot for the home.
Okay. What's that price tag after you do all the math?